So when something is impaired, you're taking it off your plant, property, equipment, or your intangibles, or whatever. You're saying, oh, I've got to get rid of it, I've impaired it, I've sold it for zero cash. So what's going to happen is you're going to get zero, whatever the book value is going to give you a loss by definition, unless your book value is zero, in which case you don't have an impairment, you have nothing. So an impairment basically is going to result in a loss, because you're taking it off the books early. So what you're saying is, I put it on as historical cost or at a value I thought was going to be great, and it didn't work out that way. This is the HP autonomy. They put it on for 11.3 billion and then went, that's overvalued. Let's write it down, which basically means let's get rid of that and report a loss instead. That's what we're talking about, impairments, is that part of that.
When you're looking at depreciation and you do it by production, you don't buy your unit. So when you're looking at the cost paid, you're not putting your PPE at, I paid the 50 million units this will eventually produce, right?
No, you're paying, so it's whatever you bought it for. So basically the idea is if you're buying a tract of land with timber on it, that's the cost of the timber is whatever you had to pay for it to get to it. That's your cost.
Right.
It just so happened to have 50 units on it. It's pretty easy to figure out what the cost was per tree, simply because you should have gone out there and counted the trees before you figured out how much you were going to be willing to pay for it.
Right.
Yeah. Other questions? Okay, the capitalizing versus expensing.